What's up, guys? It's Binary Mastermind here with you once again. Today, I've got a trading strategy here to show you guys that it's very profitable. You can make some profit in the forex market using binary options. Before we do start, let me just before we do start, guys. Before you want to start your trading, guys, I would advise everybody to go onto this website. It's called myfxbook.com. Uh, Once you go onto it, you'll be actually brought with the home page, which would look like so. Let's wait for this to load. The home page will look like so. You want to go onto the home. Actually, no, you don't want to do that. Yes, you do. The home area here. You want to click economic calendar. Now, once you click the economic calendar, we brought to this page right here. Now, this page is very, very important to use to your advantage. Now, how this is basically based on the news events that are happening in the markets, and with the strategy that I use, I would I would say don't trade when these you get this red sort of bar, this high impact movement. It just basically indicates that there's going to be a high volatility in the market because it's going to be a news event. So this is basically saying anything to do with the US dollar could be very volatile. So anything that's got the dollar in it, Euro USD, Euro JPY, anything to do with the US dollar would be affected. And it could also affect some other currency pairs as well. So I would say just avoid trading as a whole. So say in the next hour and 18 minutes, I wouldn't trade at all. I would not trade. But if you get like low, medium, it's okay to trade. And also if you have like none, like these gray bars here, you just don't want to trade that day. Just leave or just completely trade. Don't trade the whole day at all because the market is not going to be moving at all. It just means there's no volatility in the market. The market is not moving at all. So please do avoid trading in these times. Just trade in the green and the medium bars, please. Okay, guys, let's get to this trading strategy that I've got here, guys. Now, this strategy is based on these indicators right here. These indicators right here, you've got some green ones, red ones, and white ones. Now, what you want to do is when you get a green signal, you want to take a 5-minute trade to the upside, so it'll be a call trade. And if we took one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, how binary options works is you have a set price. Now, if you either put or call. There's only two options, guys. It's just as simple. It's simple. It's simpler than forex. Put or call, and you basically predict where the market's going to go in a certain period of time. And if you're correct with that period of time, you will get a nice 80%, 70% payout. But IQ option goes up to as far as 90%, I believe. Is it 90%, 90%, 92%? Which is really, really good. And not a lot of brokers actually have that. Okay, I just want to make that clear for you guys so you guys can see. Not a lot of brokers actually have that kind of payout. This is IQ option. This is my platform that I use. I'll leave the link in the description for IQ option down below. Now, here is the option here. So, for example, if I was to put a $100 trade, if I was to ever win a trade for a call, if I get a setup, I'll show you guys. If I ever get a setup for a call and I win it, or a put and I win it, I would get an 87% payout, which is really good. So I would get an $87 profit and my $100 that I invested back, which is as well. The highest one is Euro USD, it's a 90% payout, which is really good. Not a lot of brokers give out a 90% payout. And you do a 5-minute trade, which this my system has just a 5-minute setup. You click the timer here. You click the last one, which is the 5-minute. You click it, and then you press call or put, depending on which signal you get. Now, the white signals, I don't really like taking them. You can take it at your own risk. Of course, not all the signals are gonna be winning signals. This strategy is a solid 80 to 85% winning ratio. Some days lower, but of course, you are gonna have losing days. You are gonna have winning days as well. So, what I would say, guys, is I would say take roughly around I'll say 2 to 5 trades. If you lose 2 trades in a row, stop for the day. If you win as much as 4 or 5 trades or 3 trades in a row, then stop right there as well. I would advise that do that on a consistent basis, and you will see you will have a long-term success. Because if you try and force it and overtrade, you will actually tend to lose a lot of trades that's unnecessary, guys. So just try not to be greedy in the market. Just find your setups, take your trades, and once you reach your target for the day, just stop right there, guys. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Now, if I get a trading setup, now this white signals, why I don't like to take them is because they tend to move a lot. If you watch my other previous videos, you see me take some trades. You see me consecutively lose 3 trades. I think 3 or 2 trades in a row, and then win the fourth one, based because of these like white signals. They work. Basically, how these white signals tend to come is because, for example, if you get a green or red signal, that just means that the trade has gone straight away. Can you see how it's moved? The trade has gone straight away. Now with a white signal, it tends to move like this. Can you see how it was here before and it moved? That's why I don't really like to take the white signals. But for the purpose of this demonstration, of course, the white signals are profitable, but they don't always work. They're not as good as the normal ones. Now I use support and resistance as well just to identify my trades. Now this looks like a good area. Oh, I've missed it. Damn, it's gone even higher than I expected. Let's see. Okay, it's gone a little bit higher, which is not good for me because it's gone a bit higher than I expected. No, I'm gonna have to miss that trade out. I'm gonna have to look for another. Let's have a look here. No. I just want to find a trade for you guys so that I can show you guys how this system works. Now, okay, yes, we've got a trade right here. Let me just use my support and resistance. I'm going to show you guys how support and resistance work as well. Let me just double check this. Oh, why is it doing this? Why is it doing this to me? Oh, they're blue. No way. Okay, that's a bit peculiar. You know what I have to do now? I have to change this to a black background, green background or whatever. Yeah, let's have that. Okay, I'm gonna put a 5-minute trade on this asset right here. What is it? Okay. Let's see. GU GVP. Okay, now I'm gonna put a 5-minute here, 5-minute down. There you go. Now I got a red signal here. We've got my stochastic here. Now how you want to take a trade is if you now what I can see here is there's starting to be a little bit of a divergence here. Can you see how this price action is going higher, but then the stochastic is actually going lower? You want to wait for the stochastic to be overbought or oversold, depending on which part of the market you're willing to trade. If you see the setup now, I see the setup here. We're out on the stochastic. We're on the 80 oversold area here. We've got our red signal. That's one indication. Are we in structure? Let me see. Let's get some Fibonacci's and see if we're in some really nice level. We've hit the 618, which is really nice. That's an even better confirmation for me. Let me just take that off as well. Come on, take this off. I'm gonna take this off. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna turn these into different colors. No, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is go on to grid, dark. Okay, let's make this dark. Dark green. There we go. That's fine. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. So yeah, now support and resistance, guys. Support and resistance are just levels where the market tend to reverse at. So how you can find them? The good thing with this signal, with these signals here, these indicators, these signal indicators here, what you can do is to find your support and resistance. Is you look at current price action. Now, if we was to look here, we can see that price has been coming in a downward sort of trend. Now, what you can do is you get your line here, you get a trend line, and you want to make it more or less touch every single price action, and that's like a trend line here. As you can see, this is a trend line. this touch, this touch, and this touch, right? You want to get at least 3 touches. The more touches, the more it shows that that support line or resistance line, that support line is going to be is very strong. Support resistance line is going to be a very strong area. So there's a higher probability of that if price comes to that area, there's a higher probability of it reversing to the opposite direction. Now, if you guys do struggle with drawing your support and resistance lines, okay, now as you can see here, this one, you see here, this line that I put earlier on, you see how this touched here, it broke out of here, but it also touched here and here and here and here as well. So it shows that this is a very strong resistance line, and if price breaks the resistance, the support line, now support would turn into resistance. So now this top here is now become resistance. So if price comes to this here, there's a possibility that it's going to reverse to the opposite direction. As you can see here, it's come there, it's reversed, and it's starting to reverse right now. We've entered a trade in this sort of setup here. If I zoom in a little bit, guys, so you guys can see. Let me just zoom in. Oops. Okay, now, yes, as you guys can see, price came here, reversed, came there again, reversed. It broke a little bit past it, and as you can see, the other line that I drew as well, it came to that line and it reversed too. Now, if you guys do struggle with drawing support and resistance line, I would say, when I give you this template, I'll be giving this template for absolutely free of charge, guys. Just email me in the description down below, and I'll show you how you can get the template for absolutely free. Now, if you guys do struggle with this to draw the trend lines, what you can do is you can actually use the tip of each moving average here. You see how you get the tip? So I've got this tip here, this tip here, this tip here. Oh, I haven't got that tip right now. Let me just double click here. There we go. And you want to just get the tip of it. So you got that tip there, and you want to get that tip there. So you pretty much more or less touching. And then what you want to do is just drag the trend line out, so pretty much more or less of them touch. As you can see, more or less of them they all touch. Okay, look guys, I just won that trade right here. We took a 5-minute trade to the downside and it came in our favor. Now, the good thing with this system is you can actually have a higher probability of winning the trade, because now you have more confirmations. Plus, look at that, guys. Our signal kind of was at the support and resistance line. That's a good thing with my signal indicator. How it works is based on this support and resistance line. It actually draws it out itself, but because what it is sometimes the signal would move. As you can see, it moved from, I think it was on another candlestick before, and it moved a bit higher. What you can do is just base your entry on a previous support and resistance line. So for example, if price came here, say you got the signal maybe somewhere here, right? Okay, you know it's not going to really reverse there, but if you use a support and resistance line, okay, I see price came to this area here, went up, came back to that same area there, went up again. So I can see, okay, it broke down here. Now it came there, it went down, it came there again and it went down. So I know, okay, if it comes here, there's a high probability it can come down. So you wait for price to come to this line here, and you can take your trade as well. If you get your signal as well, that's even a better confirmation. This is just to improve your entry point, have a better entry point, and also know where price is likely to actually reverse, guys. Now, as you guys can see, that trade did come in the money, as you guys can see right there. This is just proof that this strategy does work. Now, guys, like I said, if you guys want this strategy, I'll be giving it to everybody, anybody, for absolutely free of charge. Yes, you can make money in the forex market using binary options, but guys, do bear in mind, you will not win every single trade. You will not win every single trade. Now, if, for example, this trade was to lose, I would take another trade. What I would do is, if I was to miss this trade, okay, if it went higher than what I thought it was, my next area I'll be looking would be somewhere here. If it's gonna do it for me, say for example this went higher, my next entry point would be somewhere here, and I would martingale. So my next trade would be 2.5 times bigger, so it would be 250. And if I was to lose that trade, I'll look for the next support and resistance, and I'll look to take the trade there for 5 minutes again. Remember, this is a 5-minute strategy for 5 minutes again. And then the good thing with IQ is you can use a calculator tool that actually has it all set up for you here. You just times or divide. You just times it again. That'll be my next trade. And you times it again. If you was to lose the next one, you times it again. And if you was to lose this one, you will stop right there. You will stop right there and just leave the trading day completely done. You will not trade for the rest of the day. You come in the next day and start again from 100. Or you use 0.3% of your account. So if you have $1,000 in your trading account, you just use 0.3% of your account. Now, if you're gonna martingale, and you know if you're gonna martingale, like I showed you guys, just use 0.3% of your account. If you're not gonna martingale and you're just gonna take your trades based on a good win ratio, like maybe if you win 3 out of 5 or 4 or out of 5, you can take as much as 5% per trade, no more than 5% per trade. I want to advise you guys to do it more than 5% per trade. And if you have like £100 trading account, you can take £5 trades, £1 trades, £2 trades. It's just based on how confident you are with the setup. Okay then, guys, I don't want to leave this I don't want to make the video too long for you guys, but I'll leave it there as it is. As you guys seen that trade did come in, you can see that the strategy does work. You can make some profit with it. Just bear in mind, you won't make money every day, but just because you don't make money today doesn't mean that you're not going to make money the next day, or the day before, or the day after, or in the long run doesn't mean you're not going to make money. For example, if I get a calculator out here, let me just give you guys a good example. You don't have to make a set amount every day to average out. The good thing with averaging out is you can average out at £100 a day. You can average out £100 a day, even though you lost maybe £20 the other day, £50 the other day, £100 another day. Say for example, your target is £500 a week, right? Your target is £500 a week, right? That's pretty much £100 a day. You don't have to make £100 every day to make that £500. No. For example, maybe let's close this, cancel that off. Maybe on Monday you make 100, right? And then maybe on Tuesday you lose 40, right? Maybe on Wednesday you lose 20. Maybe on Thursday you have a really good day and you make 350, which is very possible, guys. It is very possible. Oops. Oh, I put times by mistake. So it was 100, take away 40, take away 20, add 350. So now your net profit now is 390, even though you lost pretty much £60 on the two previous days. Now maybe on Friday comes and then you make another 110. You still made your £500 the whole week, but guess what, guys? You didn't make £100 every single day. No, you made 100 on Monday. You lost 40 Tuesday. You lost 20 Wednesday. You made 350 on Thursday, which was your big day, and you made 500. You made 110 on the Friday. So you still made your £100 a day, but you averaged out. You didn't make it every single day, but you still averaged out to £500 the whole week, which is really good. I mean, bear in mind, not every week you're gonna make a profit. Some weeks are gonna be good, some weeks are gonna be bad. But at the end of the month, guys, this is a solid 80%. You just use the strategy, use the signals here, guys. Just use the signals. Just you know what? You don't have to take the white signals. Just take the green ones, or the green ones and red ones. If you take a white signal, if you ever see the white signal and you really want to trade and take it, but take a smaller trade size. Take maybe 0.1% of your account, or yeah, that's the least you can go, or even go lower than that if you really want to, and then martingale until you finally win the trade. Because the thing is with martingaling is you're going to be going in one direction. Eventually, the trade is going to come in your favor. But what we do is, if the price is going really badly against us, we just want to know when to stop, so that you just minimize losses and maximize profit. So you just lose a little bit and then on the good days you make a lot. Use a little bit to make a lot. So it's one step back, two step forward. One step back, two step forward. That's all it is, guys. All right then, guys. Like I said, if you want the strategy, guys, just email me. I'll leave my email in the description down below at binarymastermind6@gmail.com. This strategy I'm going to be giving out for free of charge. I'm not going to be charging anyone absolutely anything, guys, because I've been through learning and having to understand how trading works. This is a process, guys. This is a very, very long process. Don't come into this industry thinking you're going to make £1 million by the end of the year, because it's more or less um, more likely for you to lose money than actually make a lot of money in the first stage. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, guys. That's why you need to learn the strategy the right way and understand it, guys. And guys, email me. I would also help you guys out, guys. Email me. I'll give you the strategy for free. I'll also go in depth of how the strategy works, when you can use it, when you can't use it, and I'll give you some even more tips and tricks to get some really, really good results, guys. Okay, guys, that's Binary Mastermind, guys, signing out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.